Ah, my friends, gather around, this story is one for the ages. Imagine a person so consumed by arrogance that they believed you, yes, you, were disposable, interchangeable, replaceable. The irony of it all. They strutted through life dismissing your value, treating it like a dime a dozen. But life, oh life, has a way of delivering poetic justice, doesn't it? Now they sit tangled in the aftermath of their choices, ensnared in a web of their own making, desperate to find a way out. You see, they underestimated the depth of your uniqueness. They thought the love, care, and effort you poured into them could be found in anyone else. They convinced themselves that someone else could match your light, your loyalty, your resilience, your essence. But here's the punchline: they were wrong. Dead wrong. And now that realization, it's eating them alive. Oh, they tried, didn't they? Swiping through faces, engaging in shallow conversations, stacking superficial connections like playing cards. But none of it filled the void. Every connection fell short. Every attempt to replicate what they had with you ended in failure. It's like trying to recreate a masterpiece with crayons, pitiful, laughable, and even they can't pretend otherwise anymore. Now, in the stillness of their regret, they're haunted by echoes of what once was. They replay the moments they dismissed your kindness, the times they sneered at your sacrifices, the times they belittled your worth. And with every replay, the ache deepens. Isn't it funny how the mind works? It clings to what it once had only when it realizes it can never have it again. But don't pity them, my friends. No, this is their lesson. They thought life would always cater to their whims, that love was something they could discard and find again without consequence. But love doesn't work that way. Love is a gift, a privilege, and they squandered yours. Now regret clings to them like a shadow they can't shake. Every smile on a stranger's face reminds them of the joy they had with you. Every fleeting connection only amplifies what they've lost. They're stuck in a loop, chasing after something they can't name, trying to fill a void they don't understand. And here's the kicker: they'll never find it. Not because it doesn't exist, but because it existed only with you. And what about you? You've risen, haven't you? You've taken their betrayal, their dismissal, their lack of appreciation and turned it into fuel. You've grown, thrived, and become untouchable. They see your glow from afar now, and it burns them. It burns because they know they had the chance to be part of your story, and they threw it away. The bitterest pill for them to swallow is knowing you've moved on without ever looking back. That's what kills them the most, not just the loss, but the knowledge that while they've been stuck in a cycle of regret and despair, you've built a life beyond their wildest dreams. You've taken the bricks they threw at you and built a fortress of strength, resilience, and joy. Now, they're haunted by the what if. What if they had treated you better? What if they had seen your worth before it was too late? What if they had cherished you instead of taking you for granted? These questions torment them day and night. But the cruel truth, they'll never have the answers. Because you're gone. Long gone. Their pride won't let them admit it, of course. They'll never openly say how much they regret losing you. But their actions speak louder than their silence. Every failed relationship, every fleeting distraction, every sleepless night screams your name. And you remain untouched, unmoved, and unbothered. Their greatest punishment isn't anything you could say or do. Their greatest punishment is your absence, your silence. Your silence, your peace. They wanted to replace you, but they didn't realize you were irreplaceable, a once-in-a-lifetime kind of person. Now, they're stuck with the knowledge that they let you slip through their fingers. Don't let their regrets soften your resolve, my friends. Remember, they had their chance. They had their shot at being part of your light, and they chose to dim it instead. That's on them, not you. Now, they live with the consequences of their arrogance, their selfishness, their inability to see what was right in front of them. Let this be a reminder to you all: never settle for anyone who doesn't see your worth. Never let someone convince you that you're replaceable, because you're not. You're a force of nature, a beacon of light, a masterpiece in a world full of replicas. And those who fail to see that, they're not worth a second thought. But let's pull the curtain back on the second act of this tragic comedy, shall we? The story isn't done yet. Their regret is a slow simmering pot that will never stop boiling. Every failed attempt to replace you, every hollow echo of your laughter they try to recreate, only adds another brick to the wall of their despair. And the best part, they built it themselves. They thought they were the prize, the center of the universe, the one pulling all the strings. And maybe for a time they were. But life has a funny way of flipping the script. Now they're just another player in a game they thought they controlled. Watching as you rise to heights they can only dream of while they stumble in circles, blind and directionless. Every day is a reminder of what they've lost. Every time they see someone who even slightly resembles you, someone who carries a hint of your brilliance, they feel a pang of longing so sharp it's like a knife to the heart. But a shadow is still just a shadow. It's not the real thing. It's not you. And oh, how they hate themselves for it, hate themselves for being so blind, so foolish, so utterly incapable of seeing what was right in front of them. The truth burns them alive. They had you, the real thing, the one thing they'll never find again, and they threw it away. For what? Convenience? The thrill of thinking the grass was greener on the other side? Whatever their reason, it wasn't worth it. And now they know it. But let's not feel sorry for them. Regret is a powerful teacher, and they're enrolled in a lifetime course. Every sleepless night, every hollow conversation, every failed attempt to fill the void, they're all lessons in the cost of taking someone like you for granted. They'll learn, slowly and painfully, that you were the best thing that ever happened to them. But by the time they finally understand it, you'll be so far ahead, they won't even see your shadow. You've taken their power and turned it into your strength. Every insult, every betrayal, every moment of disrespect was the fuel that lit your fire. And now that fire burns so brightly, it blinds them. They can't even look at you without feeling the sting of their own failure. You're untouchable, unshakable, and they're just stuck. Let them wallow in their regret, my friends. Let them live with the consequences of their choices while you continue to rise, to thrive, to shine. Because the best revenge is living well. And you, my friend, are living better than they ever imagined you could. You've claimed your power, your peace, your life. And their biggest punishment is knowing they'll never be part of the beautiful future you're building. So hold your head high. Let their regret be their prison while you soar higher than ever before. Because at the end of the day, their regret is their own burden to bear. And you're free. Free to live, to love, to thrive, and to shine brighter than ever. Let that be your revenge. Let that be your legacy.